Good morning, respected Director Sir, Principal Sir, teachers and my dear loving friends. I am RITANSHU from Standard 9 and I am here with a short speech on NEP. So, I'll begin my speech. NEP. NEP stands for National Education Policy 2020. It is one of the most beautiful steps taken by the government of our India. As we all know that India was very developed in the field of education in earlier times, as the most primitive source of education in our country was one and only Gurukul, where students used to go and take education. Influenced India till 18th century. But when the East India Company came to our India, they brought a new education policy which was known as the European Education Policy, in which schools were set up to provide education. The very first education policy of independent India was implemented in the year 1968 in the government of Indira Gandhi. The second national education policy was implemented in the year 1986 in the government of Rajiv Gandhi, which was re-revised in the year 1992 in the government of Narasimha Rao. The very first beneficial education policy of 21st century is implemented in the year 2020 in the guardianship of Dr. K. Kasturi Rangan and in the government of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In this education policy, the very primitive structure of 10 plus 2 has been replaced as 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4, in which 5 stands for fundamental or foundational stage, in which the students will be taught by play and way method. The second stage is of 3 years from standard 3rd to standard 5th. In this, the classes will run full of experiments. The third stage is also of 3 years from standard 6th to standard 8th. In this, critical thinking, decision making and other vocational courses are also included. The last stage is of 4 years, which is called the secondary stage, in which students and parents are very much flexible to choose the subjects in which they are interested. This education policy will make Indian education a global identity. It also fulfills the Sustainable Development Agenda 2030, in which everyone will be provided equal and quality education. This education policy has the potential of declining the unemployment in our country, which will lead the country to move on the path of development. This education policy will enhance the skills in their students through which they can just be employable but also have the opportunity to become entrepreneurship in their life. If such education policy is implemented properly in our country, it will prove to be an ideal education policy for a country. At last, I will end my speech with these words: education is liberation, but knowledge is power. Thank you all. Have a nice day.